Hello, my name is Dr. Jonathan Oates, Archivist for the London Borough of Ealing, and welcome to another in the series of Ealing Library YouTube videos. Today I'm standing outside a house in Winscombe Crescent on the Brentham Estate in North Ealing. It was at this house in 1936 that a murder took place. The principal characters were Linford Derrick, who was a tennis coach, Catherine Wheeler, a lady of the house who was married to Arthur Wheeler, who was an insurance clerk and had 2 children. And Linford Derrick was teaching, amongst other people, Catherine how to play tennis. Linford Derrick became good friends with the family to such an extent that on one occasion he went on holiday with them. Derrick lived in a house in Lammas Park Road. On one night in 1936, when Catherine and her children were on holiday in Bognor Regis, her husband Arthur Wheeler and Linford Derrick went out in Ealing for a drink and a meal, and next day Linford Derrick went to Ealing police station and said, "I have something to say. I have just killed my best friend." The police were rather puzzled, but they took him at his word and investigated the house belonging to the Wheeler family. In the house they discovered the dead body of Arthur Wheeler, who had been hit around the head with a truncheon. This was incidentally nothing to do with the police. This was a truncheon which belonged to Arthur Wheeler, and he had it in his house for self-defence. Linford Derrick explained that he and Wheeler had had an argument the night before, and Derrick said that Wheeler accused Derrick of having an affair, or at least wanting to have an affair, with his wife Catherine, and at this stage the two argued and left each other. But that night, in the early hours of the morning, Derrick decided he needed to apologise to his friend. So in the early hours of the morning he went on to the house, knocked on the door, and Wheeler invited him in. It was then, according to Derrick, that Wheeler started to attack him with the truncheon, but Derrick, being rather more fit as regards health, he was able to wrestle it away from him and hit the other man over the head, resulting in his death. Initially, Derrick decided to try and fake a burglary, but decided it would not work, so he confessed to the police and said that he did kill his friend, but it was in self-defence. The police and the pathologist, however, thought that this was a case of murder, and they certainly thought it was very strange that a man should go to another man's house in the middle of the night just to apologise, and when one of the men ends up dead, the other man is suspected of murder. So Derrick was accused of a murder, and he stood trial at the Old Bailey. He claimed that although he was guilty, it was self-defence, it was not murder, and the judge and jury concluded that this was indeed manslaughter, but that Derrick would receive a long sentence in prison, which is what happened. And it's debatable as to whether Derrick intentionally killed Wheeler or whether he killed him in self-defence. We don't know. Thank you for watching this video. Please remember to like, subscribe and comment.